Hi, my name is Dane, and today I will be demonstrating the 25% alpha of my capstone project called AgChat. So, when we first left off talking about AgChat, it was essentially just a very loose branding of it. And here's the folder that I have of everything that I've done recently. This is the branding that I was talking about, just something I could see posted in Grady that would kind of explain what it was, get people to want to come out and maybe try it, maybe listen to it, just get the word out there by having one of these on one of those TVs in Grady that changes. And from here, I took a picture of my friend Kristen, who will hopefully be a guest on AgChat. And this is that. It's just almost like a digital pamphlet. Like this week, we'll be joined by Kristen Bassani. She has her bachelor's and master's in animal dairy science from UGA, proud ag dog. The topic of this week will be dairy. So, same time. This is a smaller piece of promotional material that I would do for all of the people that join me on AgChat. And recently, since I did give the minimum deliverables for AgChat, I decided that 5 episodes would be the most appropriate because you can only talk about it for so much. And I decided to divide those 5 episodes up into one episode about beef production, one episode about the chemicals in the crops and runoff, one about dairy production, one about industrial farming overall, and one about organic produce and how it kind of falls into the agricultural misconception field, I guess, no pun intended. Um, so I had just finished emailing Dr. Todd Calloway, this man right here. I'm meeting with him this coming up Thursday just to pick his brain a little and prepare myself for what we would talk about on AgChat. Just re up on my knowledge so that I don't get into the studio and have no idea what we're going to talk about. Uh, him and Dean Pringle are the two that I would really enjoy having on there. But my friend Kristen, who worked under both of them, said that Dean Pringle's not the best at answering a phone. Dr. Calloway got back with me immediately. If I can get him to be on AgChat, I would like for him to be either the dairy production or the beef production side. I've also scheduled appointments with my old professors from agricultural communications, and I'm just going to also re up on that field, that area, so that I can properly and effectively conduct this podcast and they can just give me some do's and don'ts because they have a lot of PR experience that I think could be useful when it comes to the podcast. So, as far as like tangible things that I have come up with, it's not a lot at the moment, but I will have questions that I can ask during the podcast. And I will have, for now, I'm just going around to different people in the fields and making sure that I myself am prepared. And that way I can move from there, get more background information on it, and then actually have a constructive conversation without being absolutely clueless and dumbfounded. Um, I also have a guest list in here, like Dr. Pringle and Kristen are in here. This is where it'll live for the guest and ag chat, like their phone numbers, their qualifications, what they do. Uh, I guess the biggest thing is I would do one of these for every guest that came on and just change it. Just a very small, like I said, a digital pamphlet in a nutshell. And I think that would be pretty useful. And I've also started prototyping a website because I'm sure that a podcast would require a website for, booking other guests and everything. But prototyping is not my forte. It takes a little bit longer, so I don't have anything for that yet. And yeah, it's pretty much still pretty on the ground level of getting all the ducks in the row of people that are going to be on there. And then I will look into the logistics of getting the or booking the podcast studio, because I did message John today and he said it would be ready around October 1st. So to check in around that time again. And I can like get with him or whoever's in charge of the podcast studio to like actually book my time slots and be able to have ag chat there. I'm rambling. This is just all very hard to explain, but I'm laying the groundwork. I'm building up. I'm doing it slowly because I need to make sure that all my ducks are in a row. And if I rush anything about this, it will blow up in my face and not be beneficial for anyone. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And there is more to come, I promise.